All right, so today we're talking about writing two-step inequalities from a word problem. So let's write out our essential question. How do I write inequalities from a word problem? So we already talked about how to write equations from a word problem. So this is going to be very similar. One important thing that we need to make note of, though, is when we're dealing with inequalities in a word problem, there's going to be some key words that might pop out of our word problem to tell us which symbol to use. Because I know sometimes that can be the hardest part of when we write an inequality. Is to know what type of symbol we should be using. So let's go through some examples so that we can kind of see what we're looking at. So Zoe has $57, and I'm going to mark the text as we go. She has $57. She needs to buy a dress pattern. So that's one thing she's buying, a dress pattern for $12, and fabric that costs $9 per yard. Per is like one of those each words that's going to tell us that's the number that goes with our variable. And I'm going to underline the question. What is the maximum number of yards of fabric she can buy? Maximum is one of those important keywords that's going to tell us what symbol to use when we're writing out our inequality. So looking at our table up here, if we're talking about maximum, here's my word maximum. We are going to be using this symbol, less than or equal to, and we're going to look at why in just a minute. So let's start writing out our inequality. So we know we're going to have a number that goes with our x, we're going to have something that's added or subtracted, and then we're going to have our total, okay? So we talked about we probably can pick out the total pretty easily. She has $57. That's the total amount of money that she's able to spend. So we will start by writing that at the end. That's like our total. We know that she's buying one dress pattern for $12 and fabric for $9 per yard. If you see per yard, that means we're going to multiply $9 times however many yards she bought. And we don't know how many yards of fabric she bought, so that's our unknown. So we know we're going to be multiplying 9 times our x, our number of yards of fabric. And then we're going to be adding in the $12 of the dress pattern. So let's talk about our symbol here. So we said we're going to be using the less than or equal to symbol. So let's talk about why. If we add up all of the costs, so however much fabric she bought at $9 per yard plus the $12 dress pattern, she only has $57. So everything that she buys all added up has to cost less than or equal to $57. She can't spend $58 because she doesn't have that much money. So she has to spend less than or equal to $57 because she can't go over however much money she has. So that's why that is the symbol that goes into our inequality. So from here, we should know how to solve it. So again, we're going to undo addition or subtraction. So we're going to subtract 12 from each side, write what's left. 9 is still being multiplied by x. All we did was subtract 12, so leave your symbol the same, less than or equal to. 57 minus 12 gives us 45. Now our last step is to divide by 9. So we cross that out, divide on the right side as well. 45 divided by 9. X is less than or equal to 45 divided by 9 gives us 5. So the amount of yards of fabric she can buy has to be less than or equal to 5 yards. She can buy 5 yards of fabric or any amount of fabric less than that. She can buy 4 yards. She can buy 3 yards. She can buy 2 yards or 1 yard of fabric. She just can't go over buying 5 yards of fabric because she doesn't have that much money. So I'm going to write that out in a sentence. She can buy 5 yards of fabric or less. She can buy 5 yards of fabric or less to stay under her budget. Okay, number 2. Wendy is participating in a fundraiser. She received a $135 donation and is selling popcorn tubs. Popcorn tubs for $16 each. Again, each is important to us. What is the minimum number of tubs she must sell to reach her goal of $279? So here is our key word, minimum. Minimum. That's going to help us know which symbol, which inequality symbol we're going to be using in our inequality. So let's talk about the total. Her goal is $279. That's the end goal that she's trying to get to, $279. It says she's selling the popcorn tubs for $16 each. So if you see the word each, again, that's the number that goes with your X. And she already has a $135 donation. So that's getting added in to the cost over here. So $16 times however many tubs she is going to sell, plus the $135 donation. Okay, if we're talking about minimum, let's find the word minimum. So here it is. She is talking about money that she's raising to reach her goal. She wants to raise money and she wants to have greater than or equal to $279. The amount of money she raises, in addition to the donation and $16 per tub, all of that added together has to be greater than or equal to her goal of $279. She can definitely raise more money than that. She can get $280 or more, but she at least has to have greater than or equal to $279 to reach her goal. So let's solve it. Minus 135 on both sides. Bring down what's left. 16 times x is greater than or equal to, so we've got 279 minus 135 gives us 144. Divide by 16. So x is greater than or equal to 144 divided by 16, which is 9. So what this represents is she can sell more than, greater than or equal to 9 tubs of popcorn to reach her goal. So she can sell 9 or more tubs to reach her goal. She'll reach her goal if she sells 9 tubs of popcorn, or 10 or 11 or 12, any amount of tubs that she can sell over 9 tubs or more, then she has reached her goal. All right, number 3, 50 students are trying to raise at least, here's our key word, raise at least $12,500 for a class trip. Okay? They've already raised $1,250. How much should each student raise on average in order to meet the goal? Okay, so this is how much they want to raise, at least $12,500. So that is our total over here, $12,500. Okay, at least we need to find in our table, find at least. At least is over here, greater than or equal to. If we're talking about raising money, we know they can always raise at least $12,500 or more to reach their goal. There's 50 students. We don't know how much each one is going to have raised, but we know there's 50 students times however much each one is going to raise, plus the $1,250 that they already have. We want all this amount of money added up to be greater than or equal to their goal. So they can raise more money than $12,500, but that is the minimum. That's the goal that they're trying to reach. So we're going to subtract 1,250 from both sides. Bring down what's left. 50 is still being multiplied by x, is greater than or equal to, so we have 12,500 minus 1,250, which is 11,250, divided by 50 on both sides. So X is greater than or equal to 225. So this represents the amount of money each student needs to raise for them to reach their goal. Each student can raise greater than or equal to $225 to reach their goal. Each student must raise $225 or more to reach their goal. $225 or any amount above that, they will reach their goal.